Well, I'm glad that Mr. Carney has noticed my proposal from 3 years ago to develop the port of Churchill, which I proposed back in the spring of 2022. But what I find incredible is that he has been in power for 170 days, and not only is there not a single shovel in the ground on any of these projects, there's not even firm proposals for these projects. Let me put this into context. He was in Germany. The Germans built, from concept to completion, an entire LNG import terminal in 194 days. That's about how long Mark Carney has been Prime Minister. And he still doesn't even know what projects he wants to build, or how he's going to build them, or which companies are going to do the building. So what I think you're going to see from Mr. Carney is more big promises without any action. It's more liberal show business rather than getting it done. And I would say, don't confuse activity with achievement. Mr. Carney has been frantically jetting around the world doing photo ops and signing phony declarations that are unenforceable and have no money attached to them. But in 170 days, he doesn't have a single project underway, while $60 billion of investment, Canadian money, has fled our country, mostly to the United States, impoverishing our people and enriching foreign workers. So what I'm saying to Mr. Carney is I'm extending the hand of friendship to all parties. Adopt the Canadian Sovereignty Act, which will rapidly legalize pipelines, mines, LNG plants, ports, open our economy up to the world. It will get rid of the capital gains tax on any reinvestment that is done in Canada to make our economy roar. Our workers will have paychecks that grow. Our economy will be self-reliant. And I say to Mr. Carney, steal my ideas. Take the credit for it. I'll help you write the bill. You can be the one to introduce and pass it. Let's just get it done. It's time to stop stopping and start starting.
Good morning, Maria Saru, CTV News.
Good morning.
You're really stressing the importance of pipelines in our sovereignty. So
yes.
Why or why not would you be supportive of optimizing TMX so its capacity exceeds 1 million barrels a day before another pipeline is built?
So I agree with the first clause in your sentence. Should we optimize TMX? Absolutely. Let's increase the volumes that go through the Trans Mountain Pipeline up to 1 million. Let's do it yesterday. But that still won't be enough. We have the capacity to pipe 2 or 3 million additional barrels of oil to overseas markets. So let's do all of it. And, you know, I find it a little bit strange that TMX, which is still controlled by the government, is trying to shut out competition. And I don't know, I hope this is not a signal that Mark Carney is sending to the pipeline company the federal government controls, that they want to block competitors from also having pipelines. Remember, the TMX CEO has an interest in this, because if there are no other pipelines built, he can charge higher fees on the oil that goes through his pipe. So let's not pretend that he is just an objective commentator on this. We need more pipes. We need a pipe that goes from Hardisty to the Pacific, either in Kitimat or in Prince Rupert. We need a pipe that should go all the way to St. John, New Brunswick. We should have a pipe that goes to Churchill. We should have all of the above, because we have more than enough oil to reach all of the markets of the world. While the Americans have doubled their oil production in the last 10 years, ours has been flat, as liberals wage a full war on oil and gas. So the only way you're going to get any of this done, though, is by repealing the anti-pipeline law C-69, the energy cap, the industrial carbon tax, and all the other laws that prevent us from producing more. Because the companies will not fill any pipeline if the government bans them from producing more oil, as Mr. Carney has pledged to do. I have a solution, because we want to propose solutions. Pass the Canadian Sovereignty Act, which will allow us to repeal the industrial carbon tax, the anti-pipeline, the anti-shipping, the other anti-development laws, and unlock the potential of our country so that we can become strong, self-reliant, and independent.
Final question. Morning, Mr. Poilievre.
Yes, good morning.
Steve from The Guardian. So the clean fuel regulations, they're focused on major oil companies like Irving. Wouldn't getting rid of it be more of a benefit to bigger oil companies and perhaps their bottom line than consumers?
They pass it all on. And in fact, the parliamentary budget officer said that the refiners, the upstream producers, and the distributors will pass all of it on in a 17-cent a liter increase. So bottom line is the big companies don't really care that much because they know the consumer will end up paying the price. It's always the case. So, and that was just the same with the wholesale carbon tax. Sure, it was technically charged on the wholesaler, but what did the wholesaler do? Passed it on to the retailer. And what did the retailer do? Passed it on to the consumer. It's always the consumer that pays liberal taxes. So we should axe the tax. And I should add one thing I forgot to mention. Ça, c'est une taxe qui s'applique au Québec. C'est pas juste une taxe à travers le Canada comme la première taxe carbone. Ça s'applique au Québec. Ça va augmenter le coût de l'essence de 17 sous le litre. Il faut l'éliminer. And finally, I have to apologize. I forgot all about this. The electric vehicle mandate will be another Carney tax of $20,000 a car that kicks in starting next year. They want to start forcing 20%, a minimum of 20% of car dealership sales being electric, with a $20,000 tax on every internal combustion engine above that. So look at the combination of things. Mr. Carney and the Liberals want to raise your gas price by 17 cents, raise your car price by $20,000. How does he expect us to get around? Atlantic Canada is largely a rural region. The Carney ban on gas trucks and vehicles would effectively shut down most of Atlantic Canada. And that's why Conservatives will also lead a charge against the gas truck and car ban. We want you to be in the driver's seat and have total freedom in what you buy.
Thank you. That concludes today's press conference.
Thank you very much.